Alright, today we are going to do a charging port replacement on a Samsung Galaxy S5. As you can see, I have already taken the battery out of the device and taken the back cover off. One of the first things that you're going to want to do, because to get to the charging port on this device, you have to remove the front glass and LCD from the device. So one of the first things that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pop this little cover off. And this is the flex for the buttons. So you're going to want to just kind of pop that up and take that off. So when you remove the front glass, it's going to actually pull that out with it. Alright, so now that we have that removed, I'm going to flip this over and we're going to remove the front glass. Now this is from a previous repair, so the glass is going to come off easier than it will for you for the first time. I'm just going to use some heat. You're going to want to normally put this on a hot plate. You can use a rework station like I am here, but most of the time you're going to put it on a hot plate at about 80 degrees Celsius, for about 20 minutes before trying to remove this LCD. So I'm just going to go ahead and heat this up a little bit. I'm going to take my Isessimo and go in and lift this up. Now again, it's going to come off a lot easier because we've actually done the replacement on this device, the front LCD, before. So you can see is I'm going down here. Now there's a cable you can see right into here. That is your LCD digitizer cable. You're going to just pop that up off the board. Now also down here, the cable for the bottom buttons, that's what that is right there. Just want to make sure that that comes out without tearing. Right, so I can see that it's out. So now we're going to slowly pull this apart. You also want to make sure, just like it is, these home buttons right here, they're actually sticking to the screen, which they normally do. So you want to kind of pull those back. Make sure they don't stick or rip, otherwise you can lose the lights that actually, when you turn your screen on or press a button, they actually light up. So now that we've done this, we need to go around and remove these black screws. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these screws. Seem to want to come out of there. I'm going to remagnetize my screwdriver. Go ahead and get that one out. Got one more left down here in the corner. Black screws can be a little hard, so make sure you're putting some pressure on there to get them out. Now you can see all the screws are taken out on the front side. Now we're going to go around back and just remove these screws. Okay, so now we need to separate this frame from this inner portion. So I like to just kind of put my hand on the back, just kind of walk around it. And we'll just kind of pop right out of there. Okay, so now that we have gotten that out, separated the frame, LCD and glass, now what we are going to do is remove this charging port. So this is the new charging port. These have the buttons on them. And so I'm going to go ahead and take these connections off. Go ahead and lift this board a little bit. You can see I'm just going to kind of pull this out and pop that charging port off of there. There's a screw right here that you got to remove. I'm going to go ahead and remove that. Put that to the side. Alright, so there's the charging port area. So what we're going to do is go ahead and take that button from the bottom here. So I can pull that out. So there it is. Taking that out. Now I can take the new button, put this here, take off the back sticker. You should have a sticker on there. It's kind of your adhesive. And we can go ahead and just lay that back down. Again, we can pull up the board here, put that underneath. Sometimes can get a little tricky right here getting this back on the board. That's it. Just going to make sure it clicks into there. We're going to kind of run these cables back to where they were. They're going to be your antenna cables. Tweezers out here. I'm going to push that down there. Alright. Now we can screw this back in again. So I'm going to take my stickers off of this. Both sides should have a sticker. Go ahead and put these buttons back. There's a little, it's kind of like little nipple indentions right here and here. Kind of a male and a female connection that you're going to use to stick it down on the board. Do the same over here. Do it on the front side also. The rest of this did not come off. There we go. Alright. So, put that back. You can see this thing wants to come up again over on this side. So, sometimes you can apply a little bit of heat here. This is, I'll make this adhesive a little bit stickier, and make sure that these guys stay down the way they're supposed to do when you seal this back up. Alright. Okay. Alright, perfect. So now we are ready to put this back into the frame. So go ahead and put the charging port area in first. And just kind of push it and click it down into place. It'll click all the way around. Alright, so it looks good. Charger port's back in the spot it needs to be. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take these screws and put them back in. Just kind of go in reverse order of how we did originally. I can see one thing I did wrong already. This is the stuff that happens when you're doing repairs, especially when you're doing videos. Put the screw back in here in the wrong location. Again, these are the types of things that just happen. Alright, so make sure you put the black screw in that hole. These two are for the outside. Alright, so flip those back up. It's not so much of a big deal that they are not sitting still correctly, but you want to make sure that they're not flipped underneath here. So again, I'm just going to put this back again. And just go around here and press and click it into place. Okay. So we'll be good this time. So I'll go ahead and get these screws in here. I'll flip this over. Now we will start to put these screws back. Alright, so now we have all the screws back in place. Go ahead and try to get these to sit again a little bit. Alright. So now what I'm going to do is take my LCD again. Two things I have to worry about here. I got to make sure this cable right here goes into that hole, which comes out the back hole, and this has to click down in to the LCD and digitizer connector right here. So it's easy enough to do this one first. So you can see that is connected. And then you're just going to have to kind of navigate this through the hole and out the back side. We'll go ahead and get that situated down. Now you will put your cover back on, and then put your battery in and test your charger port. You have a great day. If you have any questions about this repair or any comments, please just put them below and I'll do my best to answer them for you. Thank you so much. Have a great day.